one of the nation's largest dental insurance providers, now in South Carolina. Delta Dental. Great local dental coverage with nationwide delivery. Let's go down to Rodney Williams with our Palmetto Health Injury Update.
Hey, guys. Yeah, Travis Pugh got shaken up a little bit. I think he was in on the tackle right there at the 4-yard line. I think he put his hat down, kind of got his bell rung a little bit. Looks like he's a little groggy. They're not looking at any particular body part, just a little shaken up. They're going to, Danny Poole and the training staff's going to take him off, get a look-see on the sideline, make sure he can count his numbers, and then we'll see if he can get back on. I'll find out more when he gets on the sideline.
Coming off very slowly. And it was Montz in the game, I believe.
Yeah, it was a pretty good lick down here, guys.
Right, Trevon Montz checked in for Travis Pugh. And Tim, as you know, the coaching staff has praised Travis for his ability coming up. He's been a hard hitter for us the first 2 weeks.
Yes, he has.
Looks like he just tried to lay too much wood right there.
He's third on the team in tackles coming into this game. Second down and goal. We're playing the 4-yard line. Middle Tennessee threatening to score here. Here's the handoff now up the middle. It's going to be a touchdown for Gross. Beautiful block at the center position by Brandon Westbrook, the two-time first-team all-conference center for Middle Tennessee, who has a brother actually who played for Coach Bowden at Tulane in 1998.
Guys, talking about seeing old people, I just saw Frank DeUlius, who played offensive line for me back in the mid-'80s from Pennsylvania. Said his brother played for Middle Tennessee State.
Brian Kelly on the kick. He's an outstanding field goal kicker, number 22. Smith to hold. And the ball is placed down and booted up through there. So there's a timeout on the field. It's Clemson 13, Middle Tennessee 7. You're listening to Clemson football. Did you know that to date the South Carolina Education Lottery has transferred more than $300 million to the state of South Carolina for education? And now we are pleased to have a new member to the booth in the Clemson radio booth, a terrific friend of Jim Phillips, Mr. Bob Fulton.
Well, thank you very much. I'll say more about Jim in a moment, but right now Wheeler's getting set to kick off for the Blue Raiders. Hamilton down there deep. Along with him is Madison. He's got the ball at the 10, the 15. He's up to the 20. Still at his feet and knocked down at the 22-yard line. So the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 on their own 22. We've got a ball game here today. Clemson 13, Middle Tennessee 7.
There's a flag on the play, Bob, and it's looking like it's going to be offsides on Middle Tennessee. The gentleman right next to, I didn't catch a number, right next to the kicker was about a yard, about a step and a half over the line. And it looks like they're going to have to bring it back and re-kick it.
You know, Willie, if they called offsides on kickoffs, they'd be offsides all the time. I watch them on TV. It's the same thing.
Every single time.
But let me tell you, it is an honor for me to sit here today for Jim Phillips, who was my friend for 36 years. Not only a great announcer, but even more important, a wonderful human being. And I congratulate the Clemson people for what they've done here today. And I understand there's going to be more of the service at halftime. And 36 years he and I were friends. 36 years he called over 2,000 events here for the Tigers. And believe me, that's a lot of ball games. So it's going to be a 5-yard walk-off, and the Blue Raiders out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, a member of the Sun Belt Conference, will kick off from the 30-yard line. This is the first game I have done in 9 years. And actually, it seems like 30 years ago for me.
Well, if somebody had sat me down, 2 weeks ago and said, Will, you're going to call a game with Jim Phillips 1 week, and the next week you'll be in the booth with Bob Fulton, I'd have said, well, go ahead and mark it down that I'm not going to bet on that one, because you would never think that would happen in such a short career of mine. But I'm just standing here awestruck, so I'm just going to be quiet and let you do your work.
Okay, Paul Wheeler will kick it off again. On the right side, we have Hamilton. On the left side, we have Miller. It's a short kick, and it's taken back around the 10-yard line, coming up the middle for the Tigers, or across the 30 up to the 31-yard line. A fine return by Derek Hamilton. So the Tigers, with good field position, will take over 1st and 10, and the officials will mark the ball at the Clemson 31-yard line. Both teams using basically the same defense of 4-3, which is becoming more popular now in college football. So Clemson out of the huddle. They have 3 wideouts this time. Charlie Whitehurst from Duluth, Georgia, passed for 301 yards last week against Furman. Passes off the corner, a little screen pass. It's caught over there by Curry, who's a young man from Columbia, and he's up across the 40, knocked out of bounds at the Tigers' 41-yard line. In on the stop was Brandon Lynch. Curry is coming faster every ballgame. I know Coach Tommy Bowden and his staff feel this young man is going to be a great contributor to Clemson football. We have 2 wideouts. I formation. 4 down linemen this time. They're faking a blitz. Whitehurst will change. Looks over toward the sideline, and he's going to change the play. They're running out of the I formation. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's a sprint draw, and they give the ball off to Browning, and Browning over the right side gets up to about the 43-yard line before he's knocked down over there. He picked up about 3 yards on the play. If you just tuned in, the score here at the Valley, Clemson 13, Middle Tennessee 7. We have 8:45 remaining here in the first half. 3 wideouts this time for the Tigers. They have a full house in the backfield. Now only 3 down linemen for the Blue Raiders. They send a back in motion. That's Curry. There's a pass off the corner, and it is complete to the 50, and down to the 49-yard line is Kevin Youngblood. Kevin Youngblood, who is really the top receiver on the ball club, and that should be enough for a 1st and 10 for Clemson. They're going to spot the ball at the 48. It may call for a measurement. Tackle on the play made by Brandon Lynch again. He's a junior at Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Beautiful day here at the Valley. I have never seen a prettier day. Clear blue sky. Nice crowd of over 70,000 fans. And even though it's a day of sadness in a way, it's a day also of celebration for Jim Phillips, who contributed so much to Clemson and Clemson people. Anytime here's a walk-off on a penalty, this is going to be a holding penny, evidently, and the ball's taken down to the Blue Raiders' 35-yard line. Where for Clemson now, it is 1st down and 10 yards to go. I formation, they'll snap it from the hash mark. 4 down linemen this time for Middle Tennessee. Whitehurst changing up. He'll snap the ball from the hash mark on the far sideline. Here's the sprint draw. They give the ball right off to Merriweather, and Merriweather over the right side makes his way down to the Middle Tennessee 32-yard line, where he's dropped by Jonathan Bonnet. So again on the plays about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Willie?
That last play, just to add just a little bit, was a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct, unnecessary roughness, 15-yard personal foul.
Okay, 2nd down and 7. 3 wideouts this time, 2 to the wide side of the field. They go to a full house backfield. 4 men up front for the Blue Raiders. Here's the draw play with the quarterback, Whitehurst. He's over the right side. He's inside the 25. Finally hit down at the 23-yard line. On the tackle was Randy Arnold and Jonathan Bonnet. A very effective quarterback draw. Charlie Whitehurst. What a quarterback. He's hit on 66% of his passes this season, and that is just phenomenal. So the Tigers out of the huddle, down at the Middle Tennessee 24-yard line. The ball 15 yards in from the far sideline. Only 1 setback this time. The short drop, a pass off the corner. It is complete And with the ball is Youngblood, and with him immediately on the tackle for Middle Tennessee is Danny Tolley. So there is a little gain on the play of perhaps 2 yards. They'll mark it at the 22-yard line. 2nd down and 8 for Clemson. They lead 13-7, 6:35 remaining in the first half here at the Valley this afternoon. We have 3 wideouts, 2 to the wide side of the field, Youngblood on the short side. Again, they're changing up. 4 down linemen with the linebackers right up in there for the Blue Raiders. Direct snap to Whitehurst, and again on a quarterback draw, he's down to the 10, to the 5, and out of bounds at the 7-yard line. They came back with the same play. Whitehurst on the quarterback draw carries it to the 7. He's knocked out of bounds there by Danny Toller. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Tigers down at the Middle Tennessee 7-yard line. 13-7, Clemson up by 6. 6:10 remaining here in the first half. I formation with 2 wideouts. They're showing blitz, but they drop out of it. Out of the I formation, they give the ball to the tailback on a sprint draw, and it's Jasmine. Chad Jasmine straight ahead inside the 5, and he's finally dropped as he gets to the Middle Tennessee 3-yard line. Stop is made by Alvin Feicht. It'll be 2nd down and goal for the Tigers. They come out with a double tight end set up. They have 1 wide receiver to the right. I formation. Blue Raiders in their goal line defense. They have 6 men up front, 5 right in behind it. Whitehurst takes, pitches to the outside, and with the football is Jasmine, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Chad Jasmine with beautiful blocking off the left side by the Tigers line.
Mr. Fulton, are you allowed
to for the touchdown?
Are you allowed to get excited about this touchdown? Are you allowed to?
Bob Fulton saying touchdown Clemson.
There you go.
So Aaron Hunt, one of the better placed kickers in the country, will attempt the extra point. His first effort today was blocked. Here's the kick. It is up, and it is good. And it's now Clemson 20, Middle Tennessee 7, with 5:29 remaining here in the first half. This is the Tiger football from Clemson Tiger Sports Network.
Time to wake up. Time to put on the jersey. Time to call your friends. Time to ice down the bud. Time to break out the snacks. Time to turn on the game. Time to answer the door. Time to give some high fives. Time to start talking trash. Time to grab the best seat. Time for everyone to get down in front. Time for the coin toss. Time for the anthem. Time for the kicker to raise his arm and the ref to blow his whistle, and all of a sudden, just like that, it's game time. Game time. Budweiser Beer. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
September is your last chance. One last chance to grab a 2003 Dodge in stock with our best deals, like generous cash allowances or 0% APR financing. Plus, you'll get Dodge's fully transferable 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Let us prove we've got the best values in America. See your Dodge dealer today. Financing for qualified buyers. Financing offer excludes Viper, SRT4, and Sprinter. Cash allowance excludes Viper, SRT4, and Sprinter. Must take retail delivery of 2003 models from dealer stock. See dealer for a copy of this limited warranty. A deductible applies.
So those of you over the last 36 years who bet with a South Carolina friend anything that I'll do this for you when Bob Fulton calls a Clemson game and calls a touchdown, you need to call in tomorrow because they owe you.
Oh,
boy, that was just wonderful.
That was absolutely classic, Tim. What I think most people are excited about is I didn't say a word. I just sat right here and I enjoyed the ride.
The Clemson scoring drive, 9 plays, 69 yards. Chad Jasmine with a 3-yard touchdown run gives the Tigers a 20-7 lead with 5:29 to go in the second period. Chad Dean, who is wearing his leg out here with his kickoffs in the first half, hits another high boot. Coming down to Gross at the 3. Goes right up the middle, and he's going to be stopped right about the 21-yard line again. Very good kick coverage. The Tigers lead the ACC in kickoff coverage coming into this game. Tackled by David Dunham.
David Dunham made the play, made the cleanup work, but Steven Jackson, the transfer fullback, came in and busted up the wedge right there, did a really good job. How about the standing ovation that the crowd just
That
had
was
right
just
here?
terrific.
That was absolutely classic right there.
A lot of people with radios today.
And Bob's out there right now talking about it and addressing all the fans and the support, not only for Jim, but for him being here and calling the game. That was just
how about the stats?
I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Travis Pugh back in the game, guys.
Thanks, Rodney. Good point. Middle Tennessee with the ball, going to run up the middle. It's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.